Welcome back to Living Local. It's time to check in with Movie Mike for what's new at the movies. Hey, Mike, how are you?
I'm here, we might as well.
I know. And
Good
of
to
course,
see you.
Mike, you know, is the arts editor for the River Cities Reader, and he joins us now. But hey,
Yes.
you saw some good ones.
I saw some good ones. I
Yes,
saw a
you did.
great one, as
Yes.
did you.
Yes, I did.
Napoleon.
Yes,
Awfully good.
Napoleon. Let's chat about that.
Indeed, please.
Lovely.
It is the latest Ridley Scott, of course, epic, historical epic, thriller, action, romance. It's got everything. It is about Napoleon Bonaparte, of course. It covers his career, basically, from the Siege of Toulon up until his 2 exiles, one of which I had forgotten about, that he had been exiled twice.
Sure.
I thought this was incredible. I know we've talked, off air that you liked it a lot
really
as well.
loved it.
The
Yeah.
battle scenes in this are just extraordinary. It's filled with, choreography that you just can't imagine how Ridley Scott pulled that off. But beyond the battle scenes being great, the Napoleon and Josephine scenes are riveting as well.
Yeah,
Everything works.
Vanessa Kirby, I wish I would see more of her, but
Yes.
what Joaquin's doing is so funny, and I
so
wasn't
witty.
expecting it to be entertaining. I guess.
Well,
in
that's
that
the
way.
thing. This movie is awfully funny, which you
Very
do not
funny.
expect, because from the start, they are. He's already diminutive. They really cut him down to size.
Yeah, they do.
From the first scene where he's just like covering his ears because the cannon's too loud and he's hyperventilating before getting into battle. But the movie goes out of its way to make
Yeah.
him look terrible.
Yeah.
There's one point where he, goes into Russia and the whole city is like left. So he goes and sits on the throne and there are just bird droppings everywhere and he's just slumped there like, oh, this is victory. It's quite funny.
So many hat bits. A lot of hat bits.
There's a lot of hat bits. If you've seen the poster, more than half the poster is the hat. And I didn't realize till I saw the movie how clever that was. It's like,
Yeah.
he's just an empty suit with a big hat.
It's a big hat budget on
It's
Napoleon.
something, but it's really great.
It
I'm
really
glad you
is.
saw it. Yeah.
And don't, if you watch the trailer, don't kind of go by that vibe, because it really isn't
Yeah.
that vibe, which was kind of shocking.
It really destroys like the great man biopic template.
Yes,
in
it
terms
does.
of like what those
Yeah.
usually are. It's just
and there's a longer version
4 hours
that's
are
coming out.
Bring it
So
on.
maybe we'll see more Vanessa Kirby then.
Yeah.
But let's get to this next one. One of my favorite actors.
Yes.
Dream Scenario. This
You've
looks
seen the
wild.
trailers.
This looks wild.
This looks nutty. Nicolas Cage plays a professor at a college who one day runs into his old girlfriend who says to him, weird thing, you were in a dream I had last night and you're in a lot of my dreams lately. She writes a little article about it and attaches his Facebook address to the article. Within minutes, apparently, hundreds to thousands of people start contacting him via Facebook saying, you were in my dream too. And he realizes that for all over the world, he's just popping up in people's dreams, not doing anything, just hanging out, just looking around. So he becomes a viral sensation. And before long, he starts acting really kind of atrociously in people's dreams. And so it looks like a big satire on viral fame, of course.
I love it.
Famous for doing nothing, and then they will take away your fame in a minute.
Yeah.
But yes, Nicolas Cage, great Julianne Nicholson plays his wife. Tim Meadows, you probably saw in the trailer there from Saturday Night Live, and Michael Cera from Arrested Development. That's a great cast.
And I mean, he's an icon. I'm obsessed with Nick Cage.
Are you? Okay.
I worked on a film with him years ago. I was just like in the background.
Okay.
And I made a mistake of saying hello to him,
Oh,
which you're
did
not
that not
supposed
go
to do.
over well?
No, he turned around and goes, "This is not real life." And I was like, "This is the most amazing story I've ever heard."
Oh my
And like
gosh.
and that was like 20 some years ago,
And
and
lived
I'm
to
obsessed.
tell the tale.
I live to tell the tale, but
All
I
right.
love Nicolas Cage, so I'm excited. For
I can't
Dream
wait.
Scenario.
It looks crazy. It looks being John Malkovich-y.
Yeah, and
can't wait.
I love that he's just like in his like, I'm gonna be crazy and I'm gonna be Nick Cage and who cares?
He's got nothing left to prove.
Exactly, right? He's an Academy Award winner. Who cares?
he's fine.
Let's talk about May, December.
Okay.
Start streaming this weekend?
Yes,
Right?
there are something like 5 or 6 movies that are opening at the Cineplex, but I wanted to talk about this one because, first of all, it's on Netflix, as you mentioned, on December 1st. It's also getting great reviews and has 2 of my favorite actresses in the world, Natalie Portman and Julianne Moore. This is based, or I should say, inspired by a true story of a teacher who, in the 1990s, went to prison for several years because she seduced her 12-year-old student. What happened after that is that it turned out she got pregnant and she had the baby in jail. And when she was released, they got married and they had more kids and they stayed together for decades.
Wow.
And this is a movie, a fictional take on that story, that true story, where Natalie Portman plays an actress who is shooting an independent movie where she is playing Julianne Moore's teacher character in a movie.
Okay.
So she basically moves into Julianne Moore's home in Georgia, where she's still living with the kid who was her 12-year-old
Wow.
charge. Once upon a time, they have 3 kids who all live there, and Natalie Portman eventually starts becoming a little bit more like Julianne every day. It looks creepy. It
Yeah.
looks queasily funny. It's getting great reviews.
Yeah.
Charles Melton from Riverdale
Yes.
plays the student. He's already winning awards for this.
Yes, he is.
It played big at Cannes Film Festival. I can't wait.
Yeah, he
Looks
just
really
won a Gotham Award for it, so he's
did
kind of
he?
in the running for supporting actor now.
already. The season starts.
And yes, it does.
I'm excited.
It does. I am too. And
Yeah.
I'm excited that we'll get to talk about that eventually
Indeed, it'll be
too.
fun.
So yeah. Hey man, thanks, dude.
A pleasure.
throwing
Always.
us in.
Yeah.
So let's go over what Mike talked about real quick here. We have the movie in review is Napoleon. It's fantastic. Go see it. And what's new? Dream Scenario and May, December. And you can read Mike's movie reviews online at rcreader.com. We'll have all those details posted at ourquadcities.com.